In this video, I'm going to talk about core strength, why it's important in avoiding back pain, and also why it's an integral part of actually recovering from back pain if you do have that unfortunate event. But first, remember, hit the subscribe button somewhere down below this video to make sure you stay up to date with all of our latest videos. So, your core, what makes up the core? Now, the core is often misunderstood. People think it's just that six pack, and they just do sit-ups, they do leg raises, they do planks to try and get that six pack nice and strong, which is fine, but it's misguided and it's not actually addressing the whole core. And time we get patients that come in and say, hey, I can do a 10-hour plank, and that's great, but then you actually look at them and they can't really engage the deeper core muscles, which provide the fundamental support for that lower back. Now, they run like a little ring around this midsection, and they take up the stress and strain when you slip off that curb, or when you're moving, someone jostles for you on the tube, say here in London. They take up that stress and strain, and if they're nice and strong, then they can protect those delicate joints in the lower back that are weight bearing all day from stress, from strain that causes you to get back pain as a result. So the core is a fundamentally important part of your lower back and stability. Now, the big challenge that we get for a lot of patients is nowadays people are spending longer and longer sat at a desk, and quite often when I ask this question to patients, say, how long do you spend sitting at work? They go, 6-7 hours a day. Okay, how long do you spend commuting to work? It's about an hour each way. Do you sit on the tube? Yeah, I sit on the tube. Okay, that's another 2 hours. And then I say, what do you do when you get in? Well, I sit down and have dinner, and then I sit down and watch TV, and it's most of the day spent doing basically nothing. And that has an effect on the stability and integrity of the fundamental structure that protects your lower back. And then people wonder why they get back pain. So the strengthening of that core and the engagement of that core is vitally important for your back. And a lot of people aren't aware of with how little stimulation that gets on a daily basis. And when you then slip into a back problem and your back starts to get worse and the injury starts to become more prevalent and more noticeable in your day-to-day life, it becomes more and more difficult to actually build that core up, because the exercises that are required to provide that stability for the core, to strengthen those core muscles, often cause you a bit of back discomfort. And so it's a very, very vicious spiral. The person's back becomes injured, they don't have the core stability, so they get re-injured, so they can do less exercise on the core stability, so their core gets weaker, so they get injured more. And this is a very vicious cycle. And getting them out of that is so important. So if you take the time when you're feeling good, you don't have any back pain, and you do the right sort of exercises, and if you have a look at one of our videos on the Back in Shape program, it covers those sorts of exercises that can really help you learn to engage your core effectively. Then even if you are unlucky and you have an accident, a slip or something like that, then your core will be able to take over some of that stress and strain that your back would normally deal with, and allow it that respite it requires to effectively recover and heal the damage in this bottom section of your lumbar spine without you re-injuring yourself and re-injuring yourself. But you need to train the core in the correct way. If you look at some of our other videos, as I've already said, you'll be able to learn on the specific kinds of exercises you want to do, because it's not leg raises, it's not planks, and it's not sit-ups, especially in the early days. Some of those can be done later on if you absolutely have to, but there are smarter ways to train your core, especially if you do have a little bit of vulnerability in that lower back. So I hope this video has been helpful, and make sure to check out the Back in Shape program with the video that explains what that is, because the principles that have gone into that program will be helpful for you in avoiding back pain in the future. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. For more videos like this and recent uploads, click the link up here. If you want to learn more about our Back in Shape program and how it can help you from home, then click the link here. And remember, to stay up to date with all the latest videos we post, subscribe by clicking the button above my head. Thanks for watching.